for Cheers, everybody. First time on stage. That takes lady balls. All right, cool. So you guys ready to fucking laugh? Let's have fun. Let's have a comedy show. Let's not talk at the bar. Let's have all these rules and shit. It's gonna be a good time. So the Pope resigned on Monday. This is gonna, you guys can tell, you're like, oh, Pope joke, this is gonna be good. Everybody loves a good Pope joke. Yeah, it's crazy, man. So like this guy, the Pope now, he doesn't believe in evolution, right? He has been undeniably linked to multiple cover-ups of massive scandals. He thinks that abortion is wrong, even in cases of rape and incest. He thinks it's a sin to use any form of birth control. And despite all of that, still pretty popular among his followers. Even still, he quit his job long before he was supposed to. You guys realize that this Pope's resume is now indistinguishable from the resume of Sarah Palin. Kind of weird, right? Like, I swear to God, if it comes out in the news tomorrow that the Pope has a kid with Down syndrome, I'm going to think they're the same fucking person. Sarah is not aging well. Looks like the Emperor from Star Wars. Oh man, Valentine's Day is tomorrow. You guys fucking stoked? You guys ready to do this shit? Yeah. You all romantic? I'm excited about Valentine's Day, man. I've been married for almost 8 years now. It sucks, though, trying to buy gifts for Valentine's Day after almost 8 years of marriage. Because you're supposed to top that shit every year. Like, if you do one good thing, then it's like, well, next year I gotta do something better. And it's tough for guys, man. It is really difficult for guys to buy gifts for girls. I think way more difficult than it is for girls to buy gifts for guys. Because guys only want one gift. They just want to get their dick sucked. That's it. That's the only gift you gotta get a guy, man. Like, I promise you, there's no guy alive right now that wouldn't trade in every gift you've ever given them, no matter how thoughtful or expensive, for just one sloppy blowjob. I promise you, he would give it all back. My wife and I, for our anniversary a couple years ago, we went to Mexico. It was the craziest trip ever. Like, we went to Mayan ruins and learned all kinds of cool history, snorkeled with sea turtles. I got picked up a fucking sea turtle. I swam with dolphins, and I would trade all of that. Like, I would let you erase those memories from my mind just for one just aggressive dick eating session, right? Without even thinking twice about it. And guys, we have it way harder, because even if we took the same approach and I like went down on my wife and got crazy into it, I would come up all lockjawed and exhausted, you know. And she might be appreciative, you know, like, oh, thanks, honey. And then she would say, now where's my fucking gift? That's not fair, man. Last Valentine's Day, what I did for my wife, I went out while she was at work on Valentine's Day, and right in the flower bed right below our bedroom window, I planted a rose bush and some calla lilies, because that's her favorite flower, right? And I told her I did this because she deserved flowers all year round, not just one day, right? Yeah, but I didn't think this through, because now I gotta water that shit, and pull weeds, and prune it, and watch fucking HGTV to put them in nice arrangements. And I was dumb enough to buy perennials, so I gotta do that shit every year for the rest of my fucking life. You know how many times I've been on my hands and knees in that flower bed in the middle of July, working in 100-degree heat, and thought to myself, I wish I could have just sucked a dick! I would have fucking gagged on that thing, and then I'd be in the air conditioning right now. So you are looking for like a cool date, you want to be creative, here's my suggestion. You should go to the zoo. The zoo is a fucking awesome date, especially if you go this time of year when it's cold. You don't have to deal with like all the 400 million children that should have been aborted. You can just learn and look at the animals and have a really good time. One of my favorite things about the zoo, though, is that every zoo in America is in the shittiest neighborhood in whatever city it's in. Every time, man. It's crazy. Like, I feel like to get to the zoo, you have to drive through a scary scene in Breaking Bad. Like, it's so weird. I don't know why they do this. I'm pretty sure I've seen more drug deals outside of the zoo than awake pandas inside. It's really weird, but it does kind of give this cool dynamic where you feel like you're already at the zoo about a half mile before you actually get to the zoo. Like, I took my nephews and my niece to the zoo in Memphis, which is already a shit town, so you can imagine where the zoo was in that town. And I'm driving there, and I feel like I should walk them through it so they're not terrified, you know, make it like we're driving through an exotic habitat. You know, like, hey kids, hey, if we look out this side of the car, we're gonna see a creature known as a crazy homeless man. Yeah, and he's using his own shit to scrawl the words, "They're trying to steal my voice," on the side of that abandoned building. Yeah, that's what nature looks like down here. Oh wait, we've got a real treat. We look out the other side of the car, we're going to see a perfect example of a man adapting to his environment. You see that gentleman there about to receive oral sex from that dirty prostitute? If you look closely, you'll see he's putting a condom on first because she has AIDS in her mouth. Yeah, so even though it's a huge bummer to get a blowjob with a condom on, he's doing it in order to survive. Now the next guy that hooker goes down on for meth money won't wear a condom, and he's gonna die. And that's called natural selection. Isn't going to the zoo fun? It's my zoo material. For the zoo. I got a friend who's an elementary school teacher. He told me recently about this website that the principal of the school wants all the teachers to put the kids on whenever they have downtime. It's called freerice.com. And basically, the premise of this website is that you play these little games on it, and the better you do, the more rice this site will donate to starving people all over the world. Yeah, which seems like a lot of pressure to heap onto the shoulders of a 9-year-old in an after-school program. Right? Like, hey, Billy, I got a computer game I want you to play for a while. It's a ton of fun. You're just going to try to line up all these shapes in as many rows as you can. A lot like Tetris, if you've ever played that. So enjoy yourself. And by the way, if you score less than 1,000 points, an Ethiopian baby dies. I'll be back in an hour. I don't get it, man. Like, if you have both massive quantities of rice and the knowledge of how to get it to starving people, why the fuck are we playing a game? Doesn't make any sense. The only game we should play is the one where you see how fast you can get the food to the hungry people. That's it. Why the hell is some asshole international charity making kids play a game where the stakes are that high? Like, I'm pretty sure the guy that invented that site is the bad guy from the Saw movies. That's what the homepage should be. Type in freerice.com and that creepy ass puppet pops up. Do you want to play a game? Jesus! These are children. Why are we putting the hopes on starving people around the world on babies? Why is this happening? I don't get it. And the shittiest part for me, since I discovered this website, I've been introduced to a whole new level of guilt in my life. Because you feel like a selfish pile of dog shit anytime you're doing anything besides earning rice for starving people. Do you have any idea how hard it is to enjoy watching Terminator 2 on instant Netflix while masturbating when you know you should be earning rice for kids in Cambodia? It didn't stop me from doing it, but I felt terrible ever since. Alright, I mean, it started here and the set just went down after that, but I don't give a shit, I'm still getting paid, right? Alright guys, let's do this next comic. You guys having fun? Everybody laughing?